What's up? What's up? On the podcast. Hey, if you're out here, get on the podcast.
We're doing a Facebook Live on the podcast.
Facebook Live, baby.
Yeah, totally.
So if you find a good PA, pay them a lot of money.
That's right.
And keep them happy because they are worth it. Don't mess with your PAs. That's all I'm going to say to contractors about that.
See, that's the contractors. That's right. Those contractors that are saying, I can handle it myself, I can do it myself. Come on.
And there are some like commercial roofing companies that are not taking the advantage of these free trainings that people is sharing, and big companies and some knowledgement people is sharing. So we need to take all these opportunities, and you were one of the first one that I took. It helped me a lot to be more integral in what I do.
So Total Scope essentially is two parts. First part is the data collection. So when the contractor is going out to the home, whether they're looking at the roof or they're looking at the siding or gutters, windows, doors, or an interior damage, they can use our platform, our mobile app, to do a really comprehensive data collection.
And that turned into the actual Roofers Helping Roofers program, which actually became trademarked and became just a real solid program that was helping industry peers.
So like how to be successful in Google Ads, your Google My Business, like landing pages, copy, killer ad copy, like how to literally just have espionage on somebody else's massive campaigns. So that way it makes it bulletproof for you to go ahead and break everything down. So that's what's really exciting.
I tell all the public adjusters I work with, you got to be the eyes and ears for the judge and jury.
Yeah.
We're not going to load up when it comes to trial and everybody get on a bus and go down and have a field day.
Right.
And we're going to go out to the house, get on the roof and walk it.
Right.
So,
what's up, advocates, and welcome back to another episode of the Claims Game podcast. This time it's totally different. We're doing a podcast mashup. While we were at SVG a couple of weeks ago, our booth, we were basically just bringing in guests to come and just interview, and just tell us about the event and tell us about what they're there for and everything like that. So we've got half of it right now, a little bit of a podcast mashup. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that we interview in this podcast alone. So I think you're going to get a lot out of it. But before I tell you who the guests are in this podcast mashup that we're doing today for the Claims Game podcast, Patreon, guys, we just started this. We just launched this last week. We're really excited. We're doing our best to provide as much value to our most loyal fans. And for as little as $5 a month, you get special perks, special benefits, and you basically become really one of the unique advocates, and we're providing all kinds of documentation and different things in our little world of the Patreon world. So for as little as $5 a month, there's different levels to it. There's $5, $10, $25 a month, and you get different things, different perks. You get the videos without ads, but you also get into our Facebook group. You might even get the book and different things like that. So very beneficial. If you are a true fan of the show, come on to the Patreon. You'll see the link below, and yeah, whatever it is that you want to go ahead and I guess, support us with, because it's only going to help us provide you guys with more content. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. We're interviewing some very interesting people. All right, so I'm going to list them off. I'm going to tell you who they are, and then we're going to get right into the podcast. The first person we interview is my wife, Anabel. She's not a claims adjuster. She doesn't know much about claims except for living with me for the last, 9-10 years, and that's all she knows. But it's kind of cute. We get her. She's the first person to get on, sort of breaks the ice for me. So you'll get to know a little bit about Anabel. We've got John Dye. John Dye, YouTuber, podcaster, roofer, contractor. He hosts the American Contractor show. So check that out on YouTube. And he's also the founder of The Art of the Supplement. Really cool guy, super interesting. I think you guys will like that part. Francisco Serrano. Francisco Serrano he's the owner of Roofers Going Digital, and he specializes in marketing for roofers, marketing for the roofing industry. So if you're a roofer out there, you want to see this. We've got actually a lot of roofers on here today. So check that out. We've got Mike from Total Scope. He basically is one of the marketing directors at Total Scope, and Total Scope's pretty cool. They were at the booth next to me, and basically what they do is they scope everything for you, and they do their estimate writing for any of you public adjusters, roofers, or whatever it is. It's really cool. They have the whole app, and you don't really need anything except follow this app, and you could come up with the perfect scope. The idea is that you don't know anything, and you could go into a house and scope it. Jonathan Sherwood, very popular guy in the social media world. He is a roofer also. He is the head of Roofers Helping Roofers. What I really love about Jonathan, besides his social media presence, is that he's really out there to help. Sort of like what our goal is always, is just to help the public adjuster. He's out there to help the roofer, making sure that they're landing the contract that they want and working the jobs the way they're supposed to. Two more. Rico Garcia. We all know Rico Garcia. He's definitely one of the advocates here. He's the owner of EcoTek Pro. He tells us what it's like at the show. And then the last one is we have Shaun Hodge. Shaun Hodge is an attorney at law. He does first-party litigation, and he is located in Galveston, Texas. Super interesting guy, and I think you guys will like it. So something new, something different. I hope you guys like it. Claims Game Podcast Mashup. Check it out now.
Welcome to the Claims Game Podcast with Vince Perri. Get all the tips you need from insurance claim advocates and professionals and grow your public adjusting career to the next level. And now the commercial claims advocate, Vince Perri.
And action. What's up? Annabelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You were the very first guest on the, what are we calling this? We're calling this a podcast mashup at SVG. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Are you really excited? What was it like getting ready with Vince Perri, the commercial claims advocate, for this wonderful event that we have?
It makes you not want to be married to him again.
That's messed up.
But it's okay. We get over the hurdles, you know. Everybody has flaws. What can I say? Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. You see, it's not easy getting ready for these things. It takes a lot of work, and we didn't even have that much set up.
I know.
Interested in the conversation.
Yeah, like I care more about your stuff, man. I want to promote your stuff.
Right.
So that's
Yeah,
just
but I want
me.
to promote your stuff too.
That's the problem, bro.
Yeah, we got to promote each other.
Promote each
At the end of the day, we got to help each other out, right?
I guess.
And maybe we can have an interview if this guy over here, Matt Mulholland, actually lets us have an interview.
Yeah, Matt Mulholland is always around, though, dude.
Jesus, the guy. He's
That's
like,
the best.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing well, man.
Dude,
How are
thank you for coming on, man.
Dude, thanks for having
This
me
is
on.
the first
This is
time we
cool.
fucking meet.
I know, dude.
Right?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
This is cool that we get to meet like this and come to these events and help the industry.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what's awesome. And I
Exactly.
appreciate what you're doing to help. And I think it's really important that we have voices like yours to bring on people and give people more education.
And I feel the exact same way about you. I mean,
Thanks,
you've got a hell of a show, honestly.
Thank you.
The American Contractor show's fantastic. Get some great guests also. And you have your
Likewise,
own freaking
dude.
conference, dude.
Yeah, we do. We started that this year. Wasn't really sure why we did it, but we did it, and it turned out to be awesome. So,
Did it really?
Yeah, we did a general summit in January.
Okay.
And we were like, hey, let's do this thing. And we came up with this idea. Jonathan Sherwood and I climbed up on a freaking mountain and shot content about it. And so we're called it the Summit. And we did, we had like Jim Johnson, Graham Desert was there. There were a bunch of guys, Paul Reed, like 14 different speakers, a couple big panels.
Okay.
And we talked about general business stuff to help contractors in January. And we
That's
did it all
awesome.
virtual. So it was all 100% broadcast in a broadcast quality sound stage. Like, it was insane. It was really cool.
You know, the reason why we started what we did is because there's just, in my opinion, at least for public adjusters, there's just nowhere to go to get the education.
Yep.
Besides Matt, myself, as for public adjusters, it's just really hard to find. So I really admire what you're doing because it's sort of the same thing. You're trying to give back to our industry to make sure people are on point doing what they're supposed to be doing, as opposed to just learning on the fly or whatever it is they do.
Well, we want to give them the right information and the
Exactly.
right things that are like just high end.
Right.
And it's so, you're right, it's hard to find because there's no school like a roofing, place to go and
Right.
just learn how to become a PA or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, I was an IA for a minute. I know what it takes to be an IA. That 40 hours of training,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you want to call it.
Right.
There was no training.
It's a
involved.
joke. It's
It
like
was
a
joke.
2-day course.
It was like I was taking defensive driving or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm just like, okay, just doing this little online stuff, but it was
Right.
not like practical knowledge that I can use day
Exactly.
to day. And I appreciate what you're doing. So PAs need it, the contractors need it, everybody needs it.
Right.
And the way that people learn today is so different than the way people learned before.
Exactly.
I mean, I was talking to one of my guys the other day, you can go to school today at college, learn something right now, and by the time you graduate in 6 months or whatever, it's useless.
Yes.
The world has already moved on. It's past that part.
So when I started doing a lot of the video editing and stuff, I had a travel channel with my wife.
Okay.
That's where I
Cool,
learned
man.
all the video. I learned everything on YouTube.
Right?
I was also teaching tennis at the time. And I used to tell my students, do me a favor, don't repeat this to your parents. But I feel like everything you're learning in school, you could learn on YouTube.
Yeah, totally, right?
You know?
It's totally 100% true.
It's the new way of people learning stuff. It's just they just go online, they find the content, and they learn from there.
It's the newest, best content.
I think so.
And that's the bottom line. Like we can shoot a video today in 24, 48 hours, have it edited out, and it's already out there. The content is that quick. And like, you got to think, like, at our booth right now, we are literally going live in 4K right now, instantly putting out information. And all you got to do is watch.
That's it.
All you got to do is watch and sit there, and you can learn all kinds of things.
And the long form, too, is what's really like fascinating to me, where people are willing, if the content is good, if you're giving out good, valuable information, people are willing to sit down and listen to it.
Oh, totally.
20, 30,
100%.
40 minutes, an hour.
Yep.
You know, I think it's awesome.
It is awesome. And I just think of like when I started the industry, it was not that way, dude.
No,
like there was none of that out there. We learned through trial and error, and hopefully someone like a rep would show up and give me a good tip or something.
Or you got bad bosses too. Bad, they don't teach you shit. They don't do anything.
So you learn through failure.
Yes, and you have to learn. I was thrown into the wolves like you wouldn't believe, because the guy that I was working for, all he wanted me to do was sign contracts. Just go sign him, go sign him, go sign him. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yep.
Luckily, I had a mentor with the second company I was working for who really helped me out. So that's also why I do what I do, is because I want to find a way, because I know that there's a lot of people with PA companies, PA firms, that they're not learning anything.
Well, yeah, you don't learn, like, and not only that, but think of if you're a PA, like, the different things that you're going to run into on a daily basis are so broad.
Yes.
And there's so many different variables, and you got to learn policies, and you got to learn the legalities behind it. There's so much that you are doing as a PA that people don't realize. They think, oh, PA is just getting their fee and that's it. I mean,
Thank you for saying that.
I mean, I owned a supplement company. Like, I was a part owner of Balance Claims for a long time. Like, I know, like, what we do is not that simple. Like, it's complex. There's a lot of moving pieces. It takes a lot of organization, a lot of admin work, a lot of data, and the right data. And that requires, for PA, you got to go out and get it yourself a lot of times. I mean, that all takes time, and you got to present things so well.
Yes.
And it's not easy.
And to learn through failure, it's just sucks. It's tough.
So if you find a good PA, pay them a lot of money.
That's right.
And keep them happy because they are worth it. Don't mess with your PAs. That's all I'm going to say to contractors about that.
See, that's the contractors. That's right. Those contractors that are saying, I can handle it myself, I can do it myself. Come on.
Bro.
This is coming from a contractor.
A PA's weight, they're worth their weight in gold.
That's
all
awesome.
day long.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate what you're doing, brother.
No, I appreciate you too. John, thank you for coming on.
We're going to have our Storm Summit in like 2 weeks. I don't know when this is going out, but April 15th and 16th. Go to AmericanContractorSummit.com to learn more about it, but we got PAs coming.
Okay.
Matt Mulholland is one of them.
Okay.
We got TJ Ware coming. Pate Smith's going to be there. McLean Mosey Associates, a bunch of attorneys.
Vince Perry's going to be there.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
We're gonna have you guys come out on our stage. It's only $100.
Okay.
Tickets are $100 for 2 days worth of valuable content that you can watch there live, or you can go back and watch it in the future.
Awesome.
So it's like it's the best content we can get together on a stage. So
say it again real quick. The name of it.
AmericanContractorSummit.com, and it's the American Contractor Storm Summit presented by Inc.
Nice.
Payments back this
when?
month.
April what?
April 15th and 16th. But even if you watch this later and you're like, hey, where was that? Go back to the website. The link's right there. You can still buy the tickets, or at least buy all the content for only $100.
Perfect.
So it's a great deal.
You heard it here first.
It's like 15 hours of stuff, bro. Like, it's insane. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
Dude,
Vince,
thank you so much.
Pleasure meeting you, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Thank you, man.
Sure. Francisco, what's up, man?
Hey, Vince.
Thank you for coming by.
Good to see you again, man.
Really, thank you for coming by to visit the booth.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, no, absolutely. Francisco, you came by and you did one of our webinars, one of our free webinars 6 months ago, you told me, right?
Yes. I think it was one of the first one that you did. I was really grateful because what I found about Vince is that he was giving all the training for free. And right now, we have so much opportunities in the commercial, in the roofing industry, and for free. And there are some commercial roofing companies that are not taking the advantage of these free trainings that people is sharing, and big companies and some knowledgement people is sharing. So we need to take all these opportunities. And you were one of the first one that I took. It helped me a lot to be more integral in what I do, because we used to specialize in one niche, but we don't see the other.
Absolutely.
So the more we can learn about others, the best thing we can.
What do you feel that you got out of the webinar?
I think I learned all the fundamentals of how can I start like the property adjusters like business. In my case, I use it to learn all the fundamentals so I can complement my commercial roofing sales.
Right.
And right now, like that I have that knowledge, I can like help even better my clients.
Sure.
And even if someone wants a property adjuster, like I can connect it to you because we have a relationship right now.
So you run a digital marketing agency, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and your target market is commercial roofers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are some of the strategies that you use to try to get to your target to make sure that you could grow your business and help other roofers out?
So I think one of the best strategies that we can create right now is position ourselves as an expert in our industry so we can create long-term relationships. Right now, what we are seeing in the industry, or the natural of the commercial roofing industry, is that the clients are paying $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 for a project, probably even more, $1 million for a project. On like, so they are not going to spend the money to someone that they don't know. They are going to spend the money with someone that they know that they are going to do the job correctly.
Building relationships, building trust.
Relationships. And what way, like, probably the audience is going to say, like, yeah, but how do you build that relationship? Like, yeah, I'm an expert and I sell those projects. So one key strategy that everybody should be doing, and you do it really well, is create content. Create valuable content and daily content.
Valuable content too.
Valuable content.
Because what we were talking about was, I don't think we should just be promoting our business. Hey, look at me, I'm a roofing company and I can do this, and that for you.
Exactly.
Educate the consumer.
Exactly. So, and that what we say right now is the sale. The sale is gonna come after everything. Like probably 1 year. Some companies like ask me like, hey, like I'm not selling anything through the platforms. Like, hey, are you creating content? Are you positioning yourself? Those people know you. It's gonna take time that people know you because we are in a the industry is, we are so much competitors that you need to position yourself, your brand, your personal brand and your business brand. People need to know you before they invest in your services or products.
Absolutely. It's very important.
Very important, yes.
All right, so tell the people your full name and your company and where to find you.
Yeah, so my name is Francisco Serrano. I work in Instacoat Premium Products, roofing systems and waterproofing systems, and Roofers Going Digital, a digital marketing agency for commercial roofing companies. And you can find me everywhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Send me a message. I'm always open to chat and make connections.
Awesome. Francisco, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, awesome.
All right.
All right, awesome. What's up, Michael?
All right, nice to meet you.
So I just met you.
Yes.
You guys are the booth next to me. You work for Total Scope.
That's right.
Right? So you were explaining to me a little bit about it. I think it's really fascinating. It's something, we just had a whole discussion about it, but it's something that I think is very important because tell us real quick about what Total Scope is about and what you guys do.
So Total Scope essentially is two parts. First part is the data collection. So when the contractor is going out to the home, whether they're looking at the roof or they're looking at the siding or gutters, windows, doors, or an interior damage, they can use our platform, our mobile app, to do a really comprehensive data collection.
Right.
So they'll do that. They can upload their documents from there. They can work with telemetry inside of our app. Then all of that gets sent off to our platform. And then from there, we take that data, we kind of use our secret sauce, and we come back with a supplement that is, we like to think it's best in the industry.
So in layman's terms,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
what I like about it is that it basically helps guys and girls who don't know really how to scope a claim, because it's something that I have trouble
That's
with.
right.
I have trouble training my guys to make sure that they're putting everything that they need into the scope so that when we kick it to our estimator, the estimator knows exactly what to put in there. And what it seems like, you showed me the whole app, which is really cool. It basically breaks everything down for you so that an idiot could use it, right? Put the scope together perfectly, and then that could get kicked to you or get kicked to our estimator, and now the estimator has everything they need to put the estimate together.
And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on, is that not only is it extremely detailed and thorough, it's also very intuitive and easy to use.
Right, yeah, that's awesome. I like that. Anything that focuses down and narrows down a process so that an idiot can use it, I think is like a beautiful thing.
Right. Agreed.
It's something we're trying to do also for our public adjusting from Elite Resolutions. One thing that I harp on my staff all the time, and they always they hate it, is SOPs, right? Standard operating procedures, policies and procedures. So what we're trying to do is sort of the same thing in just our whole claims process.
Right.
You know, exact way of filing the claim, the documentation we need to gather, exact way of contacting the insurance company. If a payment comes in, which route do we take? Are we going to argue here? Are we going to argue there? My whole point is that what I like about what you guys are doing is the detailed in the process.
Right. If we can standardize it, as you said, the better off everybody is. Then that way, when the insurance company sees an estimate or a bid come in from us, they know that, hey, these guys are putting through good bids.
Exactly.
And so they're more likely just to go ahead and approve it.
I think the estimators are just going to love it more.
More and more every day.
Because every time we kick a scope to our estimator with the chicken scratch and everything of what's going on, they're always calling me, dude, what is this guy saying? I don't understand. I can't read this, but does he want the whole roof? Does he want just part of the roof? What does he want?
They can leave the clipboard in the car.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You said that right now you guys are doing roof only, but in the next 3 months, you're thinking interior damage as well.
So we're doing roof and gutters right now. We're in the process of building out a few different modules. One is for doors, windows, and siding. And then we're also building out for interiors as well.
Gotcha.
And with that one, we're going to be incorporating some artificial intelligence to make it even easier.
Ooh, what is that?
So essentially where we can map out a room. Using our software, we can map out dimensions of a room, automatically identify windows on a wall and say, okay, there's 2 windows on this wall and here's the dimensions of each. And have all of that automatically imported into our database.
Wow.
So it makes it extremely easy. Leave the tape measure in your truck and off you go.
How does one do that? Like, do you have to bring something in to do that? Like, how does...
Well, there are some third-party apps out there, but we're actually building our own technology on that so that it works the way that we really want it to.
So me as the person, as a PA going in to scope the loss, to do all that, what is it that I need in order to make sure I do the proper scope and get all the dimensions and stuff?
So what you would do as either contractor or a PA, you would just register with us on totalscope.com.
Okay.
Really simple registration. And then you can download the app and log into the app. And then the app will just step you through each step that is required for the type of job that you're doing. And you might have a job where you're doing all of the above. And what you do is you just complete each module one at a time. So maybe you'll do roof first, then you're going to do siding, and then you're going to do interior.
Gotcha.
You don't need to worry about windows and doors for this property, but that's okay. You essentially fill out the modules that are required for this job.
That's awesome, man.
It's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank
well,
you.
I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck.
Appreciate it. It was great to meet you, Vince.
I look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Record. Awesome, man. What's up, dude?
Oh, it's getting it done, right?
How's it going, man?
It's going well.
Dude, I'm just happy to finally have met you.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, I follow all your stuff on social media.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, it's really awesome.
Yeah.
What I really admire about it is you got this thing, roofers helping roofers.
Yeah.
Right? And what I like the most about it is we've got the commercial claims advocate, and our goal is to really educate and help public adjusters to make sure that they're educated, that they know what they're doing when they're going up against the insurance company. You sort of do the same thing for roofers, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how it started. So it originally started because I have a real heart and passion for the industry. You know, I wear a lot of different hats in the industry, so I've always had a heart for helping our industry peers.
I love
so
it.
a lot of guys were just kind of reaching out to me on FaceTime, showing me some different roofs, calling me, asking questions. I was helping them out. And that turned into the actual Roofers Helping Roofers program, which actually became trademarked and became just a real solid program that was helping industry peers. And there's 2 types of clients that it helps. You know, you have the guys that are predominantly residential, maybe 80% residential, 20% commercial, maybe even 90% residential, 10% commercial, and they want to get propelled into that commercial market. So they always ask questions like, how do I get in commercial? How do I get the proposals done? What do I need to be doing? So I'll help them with, you know, project and contract procurement and fulfillment. Then I have a lot of the titans that are in industry that are, some of them are my friends, that will just bring me in for a real aggressive turnkey price point, make sure I leave the meat on the bone for them, and just knock out some of their large jobs and just turn them and burn them for them. So developed into the entire program, Roofers Helping Roofers.
That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. I mean, we need more people to be giving back to the industry. I think it's so important.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it now?
Oh, I've been in the roofing industry for about 13 years now.
Holy shit. Yeah,
so
me too. I've been a PA for 13 years also. So around 2008?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a great job, isn't it?
I love it.
What about public adjusters? Do you work with public adjusters at all? Do you know a lot of public adjusters?
I know a lot of public adjusters, but I don't work with a lot of public adjusters because most of my work, my niche is either subcontracted work or retail. retail. So
Gotcha.
I only get.
That's interesting because everybody in here is all restoration.
Everybody around me is restoration. So I got one restoration claim last year, and I maybe get on average between 2 or 3. So I don't get a lot of what I call the home runs.
Gotcha.
And a lot of times with the large, 100,000 plus or hundreds of thousand plus square foot projects that I'm doing, by the time I touch it to retail, even if it was a collateral damage loss, they have their own PA. They get it to become very lucrative for them. They call me in as a retail roofer to give them a bid, do the work, and then pay me, several days after it's done.
That's awesome, man. And it seems like you created a really nice niche for yourself.
Yeah, we've been working on it. It's actually worked out very well.
Yeah, because, what about I want to know about the filming part. I got to ask you about that.
Yeah, so.
You got somebody following you around, right, with the camera and everything. I think it's phenomenal. Something that I've been actually trying to incorporate into our stuff as well.
Yeah, so I have a extremely creative, very talented friend and videographer that does all of my stuff. And how that happened was actually from the Win the Storm. And it was, I think, 3 conferences ago, and I believe it was Gary Vee was the.
That guy's a man.
Yeah, Gary Vee was the one. And he said, document what you're doing, show the value, give it away for free. And that's what I did. I just started documenting everything, showing the value, and giving it away for free. And obviously in the beginning, you're taking all the expense, you're not getting paid for any of it,
right.
but it's that hurry up and wait game, and you play the long game.
Yep.
8 months into it, we're really starting to dial in. We ended up getting like a 7-figure contract from it, and now we just get, maybe 7 to 10 organic opportunities every week. We vet those, they become jobs, and we don't even have to spend any marketing dollars on social media. Obviously, we have the money spent that are to build those videos, the editing, and that's what's going on there. 801 booth. And so we have that little bit of expense to it, but it's just kind of more than self-funding itself at this point.
You're from Colorado, right?
Originally from Colorado.
So it's funny, on a flight to Colorado, I read the entire book, Crush It, by Gary Vee.
Yeah.
And I had a travel vlog with my wife.
Okay.
And I'm like trying to figure out, how can I blow up this travel vlog? How can I do it? In the book, he's talking about a niche. I think he talks about like basket weaving or something like that. If you know basket weaving, they give out the free content about basket weaving. You're going to eventually get a nice following. Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute, public adjusting. Why don't I just do that? So I just started doing the same thing, giving out free content, giving out free advice. And the YouTube channel is just sort of blown up in a way. And I get nothing but compliments. And it's been, like you said, free advertising, because once you establish yourself as an expert in the industry, that's like free marketing.
Yeah.
And now everybody else comes to, oh, well, where can I find a good public adjuster? Well, this guy actually trains public adjusters, so why not go to this guy?
Yeah.
And you've sort of got the same thing going on with the roofing.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome,
It's
man.
a great niche, man.
It's a great niche. Well, keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. You want to tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can find me on Facebook, Jonathan B. Sherwood, or you can even put in the Roofers Helping Roofers. And one thing I always like to do is I like to give something away for free, like we just said. So if you go to roofershelpingroofers.net, it'll give you a 25-minute video on what I think the 4 major key components are to being successful in the commercial market. And that's knowing your craft, knowing your client, setting expectations, and slow down. And it'll go over each one of those. No cost to it. It helps you out. You can download it. And then you can find me at Instagram at Jonathan B. Sherwood.
Awesome. Go follow this guy. It's a really good follow. Thanks, John. Really appreciate it. All right, see you later, man. Press action, right? We have to go like this,
Yeah, we have to. There you go.
Rico.
What's up?
Man? It's been so long.
It has been so long. I know.
Crazy?
Well, I mean, since
Last
the
night?
public has seen us, yeah.
It's true. It's been a while,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a while, yeah.
You guys know who this is? Everybody knows who this is. This is one of our experts, okay? He's one of our experts in this thing right here. He's probably right here. There he is. Look.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Looks like
with the pensive.
I know.
The pensive look on my face.
What's up, bro?
Everything is good, man. Fantastic. Yeah. How's everything? I mean, this has been great.
It's been great.
We're
doing
students.
good. With the students, yeah. We got a course coming in May. Another one.
That's right. Yeah.
We're doing one in July. And then we might be doing one before the end of the year. So get ready, buddy. So get ready.
So am I still gonna be like the expert on the panel?
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it.
I think it's gonna be pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I think the students enjoyed it. So
let's break the news.
Of my stuff.
You've got stuff too, man.
I do have stuff.
I'm not afraid to promote other people's stuff.
Yeah. So I do have stuff. As a matter of fact, we had been before even your course. We had started talking about the marketing and how I like to do things and like that gap in the marketplace. So we were talking about it. You were like, Rico, you should really promote it. I was like, all right, cool. So anyways, you let me go on like the third day.
Yes. Yes.
And,
everybody went like this.
Yeah. So everybody was all of a sudden, we were talking about water and, mold and all of this good stuff. And then all of a sudden, I start talking about marketing. They get all excited. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Get on the podcast. Hey, if you're out here, get on the podcast.
We're doing a Facebook Live on the podcast.
Facebook Live, baby.
Yeah, totally.
There it is. That's right. Claims Game Podcast, baby, on YouTube. Make sure you get on it.
Whoa, it's live right now.
What's going on? Rico Garcia, EcoTek Pro.
Yes. Look at that.
Heard it.
You're on the podcast. How about that?
I feel so special.
I feel special. We're on Facebook Live, so it's great.
I love it.
All right. Come out to the booth, guys.
So third day, started talking about marketing, and everybody just kind of went from the back of their seats, forward, and everybody was asking hey, when are you going to go ahead and put this out there? So it's official. The first beta group is already live. As a matter of fact, as soon as we're done here, we start our first beta class on the following Monday.
Awesome.
So that's really exciting. Tons and tons of deliverables. I sat there and I asked myself, what else would I need in order to be successful? What else would I need? And that's basically anytime that I can answer that question, I just created a program for it, right?
Nice.
So how to be successful in Google Ads, your Google My Business, landing pages, copy, killer ad copy, how to literally just have espionage on somebody else's massive campaigns. So that way it makes it bulletproof for you to go ahead and break everything down. So that's what's really exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody knows about this, it's you.
Yeah. I mean, I geek out on it a little bit.
So what it is, in case you guys missed it, it's basically marketing. It's what he's doing. It's Google Ads marketing, Facebook ad marketing too.
Facebook is going to be secondary. I believe that most contractors and public adjusters, what we all need is the deal right now.
Right.
Deal 5 months from now is great, but deal right now is important.
Sure.
And there's plenty of that out there. So Google Ads and YouTube is going to be the main bulk of it.
But so people for the layman,
yeah,
who doesn't understand, 0 to 6 figures, guaranteed, pretty much.
Wow. I mean, yeah, with putting the effort,
If you put in the effort, and you use his system, 0 to 100K.
Easy. Yeah. Especially for guys in our business. If you're a mold assessor and you're charging $300 for a mold assessment, probably not, right? It's gonna take you a lot more.
Right.
But for high ticket,
easy.
At $10,000 a clip, which is not a lot of money in our industry.
Right.
You could definitely add 6 figures to your business immediately.
All right.
And more importantly, what I'm actually going to show my students is how I added a little bit over $200,000 doing the exact same thing that I was doing anyways, and just by helping other pros in the industry. So a cool little hack that they can use to go ahead and have additional income.
Nice.
So it's just going to be cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
Everything you do is badass.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you.
A lot of public adjusters for the past couple of years.
Shaun, I've heard a lot about you, man.
Yeah.
I heard you're the man.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think we've created a good process, and it's a teamwork.
Okay,
One thing I like to tell the class is, we all have our respective lanes, but think of it like a relay race.
Sure.
The contractor should get the claim, what they can do and push forward. If they start getting, pushback from the insurance company, time to bring on a public adjuster.
Exactly.
Public adjuster should run their race.
Exactly.
Come in, and if they get it resolved, that's great. If they can't, and they start hitting headwinds and bumping up against denials and stuff.
I did my breakout session yesterday, and one of the contractors was like, oh yeah, because I was trying to do this and this, and I finally got the payment after 8 months. I'm like, 8 months? I'm like, if you would have gotten a PA involved after a month or 2 months and you were fighting, I said, it would have been a lot better for you, but now you waited 8 months? I mean, come on, that's not worth 10% to you?
Exactly.
Oh, well, I know.
And everybody should, push the file as long as they have momentum.
Sure.
The contractor, the public adjuster, if you're losing momentum on the file and it's becoming a stale file, that's to the detriment of the insured.
Sure.
So you should move it to the next level, whether that's a PA or attorney or whatever. So.
Shaun, if you could tell us a little bit about the boot camp, about Cal Spoon's boot camp.
Yeah, so I teach the legal portion of it Monday through Friday. It's a 40-hour class. So I teach about 15, 20 hours of legal stuff.
Okay.
Going over the policy, prompt payment codes, bad faith, really what is bad faith?
Sure.
It's a term we we throw about and banter about, oh, that's bad faith, this is bad faith.
Right.
Well, in most states, there's actually statutory language that says what is and is not bad faith.
Right.
And we go through how to prove that. A lot of it comes back to documentation.
Sure.
You got to document it correctly. If you're not doing that, your chances of proving bad faith are slim to none.
And calling the insurance company out on all their bullshit whenever you can.
Exactly, 100%. I mean, it has to be documented in real time and called out in real time. Otherwise, we're going to get pushed back, and the insurance company is going to say, well, that's attorney-driven litigation, or that's the attorney coming up with something after the fact.
Right.
I tell all the public adjusters I work with, you got to be the eyes and ears for the judge and jury.
Yep.
We're not going to load up when it comes to trial and everybody get on a bus and go down and have a field day.
Right.
And, we're going to go out to the house, get on the roof and walk it.
Right.
So you got to set that file up so that the judge, the jury that's never been to the house knows what happened.
Exactly.
You documented everything the insurance company did. More importantly, what they actually did not do a lot of times. And if you do that, then it's prepared and it's ready to go to litigation.
That's what we do also. We teach the guys also everything like that, because if you don't document it from the beginning, it's just, you can't, it's just, if you don't do it from the beginning, it's just too late to do it later. I mean, you can still do it later, but it's going to be a lot easier for you when you look at a file and everything's been documented. The state's already been notified 3 or 4 times throughout the claim.
Yep.
And then you can really hit them where it hurts.
Yeah. And, I tell PAs, when the file comes to me, I can, take it and I can bring in experts and I can do stuff to try to back up the file and prove up the documentation that's there. But really, it's a good file or a bad file based upon what the contractor or the public adjuster has done to set it up.
Exactly.
Yep.
Cool. Shaun, thank you for coming on, man.
No problem. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. See you later. Watch out.